Yo, what's up guys, Voltex here with another Ninjala video. Season 4 Ninjala is here, and today in this video I'm going to be going over the patch notes and weapon balance for Season 4 of Ninjala. I'm going to read the patch notes, then afterwards I'm going to give my thoughts on the patch. Alright, starting with the Ninja Yo-Yo and the Shinobi Spinner. Increased damage dealt from first stage of normal attacks, accelerate the occurrence of the first stage normal attacks. Increase damage dealt from the fourth stage of normal attacks. Accelerate the occurrence of back attacks. Decrease the downtime of back attacks. Accelerate the occurrence of attacks when Yo-Yo Leap is unleashed. So basically, they increase the damage of the normal attack 4-hit combo, and they increase the attack speed of the first hit of normal attack for the yo-yo. Then with the back attack, they sped it up and made it have a little bit less end lag, and then they made Yo-Yo Leap have a faster throw time. Basically, because I assume accelerate the occurrence of the move of the attack means they increase the attack speed of the move. That's what I assume. Next is the Mellow and the Trick Ball. Extended the cooldown time of Beyond the Gum. Extended the cooldown time after ability time to relax activated. So they nerf both the move itself, the cooldown time, and they nerf the first ability, which gives an even faster cooldown time. Next, the Home Run Surfing and Ninja Caliber only had one change. Shortened the cooldown time of full powering wave. Next is the Ninjutsu's Fujiyama Rocket. The damage has been increased the speed of the rocket. Baiting Shark, reduce the amount of ninjutsu gauge required to activate, extended the time from when scrolls are set to when they disappear. Then Potent Poison, damage has been increased, further decreased the movement speed of opponents and range of poison. Then we have the two gumshoots that got buffed. Gum Searcher, you can now use homing on your opponent, and Gum Ghost. Hit reaction has been altered so that your opponents will stagger. You can now inflict gum damage. You can now guard with Gum Guard. However, you cannot guard against your S energy being decreased. Then the last change is to Giant Killer. After its effects has been activated once, it will not activate it again until it respawns. So those are the patch notes. Not that many changes weapon wise, which is kind of surprising. I'll get into that in a little bit. Now, what I think about this patch is interesting. Like I just said, kind of concerned that some other weapons didn't get touched, like the Ippon Katana with charging slash and gum launcher as well, because that's really strong, and the Ippon Katana is still really strong. Thoughts? Ninja Yo-Yo basically got better, because when they got nerfed in season 3, it was a little bit tougher to use, but people still use them. It was still viable, but now it's just more quality of life better. It is much more easy to use. It got back a little bit of power after the nerf. The Mellow and the Trick Ball, this was a really good nerf, because before you could basically, if you wanted to, you could have someone infinitely transformed. If you wanted to, you could just target that one person would transform, but most people didn't do that. They just straight up just killed people after they transformed them. So that's really good. So now you have, like, I think 2 seconds after transform ends on the opponent, or if you get transformed, it ends before the cooldown comes back for like 2 seconds, I think. So that's good. That's a good start to nerfing this weapon. So that's pretty good. Then next to the Home Run Surfer and the Ninja Caliber. interesting change. Shorten the cooldown time of overpowering wave. That's actually really good. It's not too, they didn't shorten it too much. It's like a really perfect amount actually. Not like a quality life update. But then Home Run Surfer is yeah, that weapon went from being like low tier to now it's probably next to top tier, honestly, because the changes it got is literally perfect to both Gum Ghost and Potent Poison. Now get into that in a little bit. Actually, no, I'll talk about that now. Gum Ghost is power now. It's one of the, I think is now one of the best gumshoes in the game because of how much it can do now, of staggering people, doing gum damage on top of taking away S energy. Now it can be blocked, but the S energy will still be taken, so that's really good. The devs know how to balance. They took something that was quite useless / not effective at all to now it is a threat. Home Run Surfer is going to be probably going to be seen, I don't know, everywhere. I have played a few matches and I haven't seen any Home Run Surface at all, so I don't know what people are doing in like rematches and stuff. But for like the E and L and stuff, yeah, Home Run Surface is going to be strong, really strong. Gum Searcher got a good quality life buff. You can now, it can now homing towards opponents, which is, I think, is pretty good because now you can more reliably get the stick on foes, so the Gum Searcher can constantly take the S energy while also staying on top of the foe by tracking them as well. That's pretty good. Fujiyama Rocket, Fujiyama Rocket, that did not need a damage buff in my opinion. The increased speed is pretty nice, and I guess it makes sense because I think it did travel pretty slow, but the damage increase they gave it, I don't know about that one. Because before, like a well-placed rocket before can get kills, like before it seems season 3 and before, but now it just guarantees kills. Now the only way that you can survive a rocket if you get hit like at the very end, because it does a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure for teams it can now take drones easier because it does so much damage, which is ridiculous. Baiting Shark, they basically made the scroll last really long now, which is, I guess, is probably better because it gives them more chance for people to run into it, because if they forget about it then they'll step on it and then just get eaten. But another thing that they didn't put up there as well, that it now has an animation, so when an opponent steps on the scroll, like there's a short animation that plays before the shark eats them, which is, I guess, pretty cool. So now I guess people can know like what I guess ate them before they get eaten. Some, I guess, maybe for jump scare potential, I don't know. And then Potent Poison, yeah, Potent Poison is now ridiculous. The effects, basically they just doubled the effects. They even increase the damage even more, and the slow effect is really slow. Like anybody who's caught inside there now, is gonna be tough to get away. Your only option is to gum dash now. I haven't even tested that. So yeah, so Potent Poison is really good now. Home Run Surfer in general is really good now. If you haven't played, I would say give it a try it out and see how it plays, because it's really good now. And then the last thing up here is the Nerf to Giant Killer. Now this is an interesting one, because basically how Giant Killer worked before was if you epon a person, and then if you epon, well, if you defeat a person with the effects of Giant Killer, it just give you an automatic epon if they have a big weapon. If you epon one foe and then go to other foe, it would epon them as well. So the effects was, it was one epon per person per life. So you get epons on multiple people, but if you try to defeat the same exact opponent again, it would just be a normal KO. But now they completely changed that, and now it only activates once per life, which is a really big nerf for it. The Giant Killer is like, man, now you can still run it, but you're just gonna have to rely a lot more on gun buys now to get regular epons now. So overall, I think this patch was pretty decent, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. What the changes they have now. And that's basically all I have to say for this patch. Well, in the next video, I'll be covering the Scrap Saber and the Chewing V back for another weapon analysis. So in the meantime, I am going to probably prepare to make that video and such. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video, this Passion's video on Season 4 Ninjala. If you haven't already, I recommend trying out Home Run Surfer because it's extremely good. Probably really fun to play now, and really, it could probably it could definitely turn the tides of the battle. So I'll see you all in the next video. And also, one more thing before I go, if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I will have the link in the description below for this video, so give me all a follow, so you could just like maybe interact with me or see what I tweet and stuff, see what I have to say. But anyways, that does it for this video. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.